Make sure I lean in.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Diesel.
It's your girl J Jewels.
Back again with another topic.
We back,
y'all.
bitch. We got some shit to talk about, man.
Word. So I hit up Jay this morning, like, man, do you feel the fact that Cardi B's biggest records, like, all came out to say like they have somebody else wrote them? Will that affect her? Is it affecting her credibility as an artist, or do you already look at her as just like kind of like just the artist, not like, I don't even like, kind of how like, all right,
well, okay, this is what I remember from you calling me this morning. You was like, boom, you heard about the shit, you know, they came out saying that somebody else wrote the record, and like, how do I feel about that shit? So I see where you're going with it. So this is how I feel. Okay, it's 2018.
Right.
I had this kind of dispute with somebody in the comments on the original Cardi B post, so this is funny that you called me with this. I told this nigga in the comments, I'm like, boom. Ever since Drake came out and got completely exposed for having a ghostwriter and the shit was factual, the nigga who was writing came out and nigga ain't be like, yeah, I did it, but nigga knew. Like, nigga ain't say I didn't do it. I'm not gonna say that shit became okay. I don't think it's okay.
Right.
But ever since then, like, the people are okay with the shit.
Right.
Like, I feel like niggas still supported Drake, and this was when Drake was booming. This was, what was it, Hotline Bling?
Nah, it was
the whole Meek Mill beef shit that Meek snitched on him.
It was that whole if you reading this too late, that whole
right.
project.
So this was way before Hotline Bling, which to me Hotline Bling was Drake's biggest record ever. So it's like,
they say he swagged that from Drum.
Right, he did. So it's like, that's, I mean, we know, we in the industry, we know how this shit work, nigga. It's always a group of motherfuckers in the studio.
Right.
And niggas is always contributing to the writing process unless the artist is super hard up. But in most scenarios where it's like some next level shit, when you're in a real session with a real artist that has a budget and label, it's multiple writers. Now, people don't know that, but I don't know. Does that discredit Cardi B?
I feel like, in my opinion, it only discredits her if she was out here saying like
rapping like she the coolest rapper in the world and she writing all that shit.
That's, I feel like, that's
you think so though?
I think that's what fucked up Drake, because prior to that he was saying he was the greatest of all time.
But Drake also wasn't like, nobody knew that he had he had writers.
Right.
So it's like, why would he be like, oh, I don't write my shit? Like, who would say that? You feel me?
Right. But if Drake is the first rapper to get like,
but he not though.
At that level, like Drake was, before that Drake was the greatest.
Niggas wasn't getting called out for it back in the day, but that's where the term ghostwriter came from, because it wasn't okay for somebody else to be writing your music. Like, it just, like, as a rap artist, as a singer, it wasn't shunned upon. It was like, okay, you can actually go up there and belt out some notes, like you fire, without knowing how to write. But if you was a rapper, you was rapping about shit about your life. It had to be real. Like, people related to you. You was credible because of what you were saying in your real life matched up.
Think about it. So, like, and I feel you 1,000%. But think about it. If it would have came out and Jay-Z in his prime
had
Jay-Z
writers.
had writers, it would have.
But low key, that has come out though.
That Jay-Z got writers?
Yes, nigga. They have a nigga name. I think his name is Malik Yusuf. Supposed to be responsible for almost all of, not all of, but a good bit of Jay-Z shit, and he's on all the credits. But this is the way I look at that, because we make music. Nigga, how many times we done been in the studio and I'll consult you and be like, you think I should keep that or switch that?
Right. But that's different between...
Well, ghostwriting is somebody completely stealing the shit.
Or just you karaoke in that bitch.
So with the Cardi B topic, I haven't really tuned into the news. I saw the video that they posted of the guy singing a song that was posted way last year. And
it's word for word.
So it's literally word for word.
It's word for word.
Like, all the way, like...
Dog, it's...
Can you find it? I haven't fucking... Damn! It don't surprise me though. Like, nigga, know Cardi B not the best rapper in the world. Like, she never even claimed that.
She's an entertainer.
But exactly, she's just number one in the female realm because there are no other females. Nicki's not even really active right now, and if she was, it's kind of hard for Nicki right now because Cardi's so strong in what she doing.
So my second question to you is, if you're Rhapsody, are you pissed the fuck off that this chick is getting all the love? Like, I was nominated for 2 Grammys this past year.
Okay, so let me respond, right? Because I can identify with Rhapsody because I make similar sounding music to Rhapsody. Although I play with different versatile sounding music.
The fact that just the fact that you pin all your shit, and it's just like
right, but okay, so yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. The fact that you are hard, like you are passionate, you create, like this is what you do, and you can't get no type of shine because somebody else is completely outshining you. That's a milli vanilli. At the end of the day, I feel like when it comes to entertainment, that's understood in the industry. Like, they all know that. So I don't think a Rhapsody would be personally mad. She's just trying to get on for what she do. She knows she don't make pop music, so she's not even thinking about having the #1 song, or she shouldn't be thinking about having the #1 song on the radio when her music doesn't sound like the #1 songs on the radio. Like, she makes music that...
I don't know, because I feel like she probably going there, like, it don't have... She want every song that she probably doing is like forever in a sense. It ain't gotta be like just a.
So you feel like she's shooting for the top every time she creates?
Yeah, I feel like she goes at the.
So should she be mad because somebody else got it and they don't write none of their shit and it's known and niggas is cool with it?
I mean, cause Kendrick, think about it. With Kendrick, he was saying he was throwing shots at Drake too, talking about the whole ghostwriter shit.
Right. I mean, cause that's some undercover shit in the industry. It's not cool, but niggas in the industry know how it goes. So it's kind of like Kendrick can say it because he's probably in a position where it's like, nigga, I am #1 and I'm pinning my shit. But is he pinning all this shit though? And that's the thing. I don't think nobody is.
I don't know.
I don't think no one person is pinning every single thing, especially the hit records, especially those. Hooks are the hardest things for most artists to write.
I've been in the studio with Kendrick and them when they were working on the fucking To Pimp a Butterfly, and I didn't see him like anybody else write any of his shit. Like, it might have been like you couldn't even come in the studio with pre-made beats. You had to cook that shit up right then and there. Like,
okay, so he's thoroughbred. He's like us. Like, we go in the studio.
Yeah, it's like certain artists. I mean, it's a difference between getting an opinion and somebody just like, hey, I wrote these 8 bars for you.
Well, let's do this. Let's break down the levels to the shit, right? Mm-hmm. So level #1 is just the artist that writes all their music and they go in and they do all these stuff, right?
Right. I mean, that's...
So we'll say level 10, the opposite of that, is the artist that's completely getting a song from the next nigga.
You just pull up, nigga.
I just paid you just to bring me your song and I'm going to just do it, right? So the in-betweens, let's talk about that. Mm-hmm. I would say another level of it is I write my music and then I have writers come in to consult me on revisions, because whoever my executive producer is feels like it needs work in certain areas that they feel like are my weaknesses, not my strong suits. But the person that's coming in to assist me is not writing my music. They're just giving me direction. We're working together. I might take some of their bar suggestions, but all of this is my ultimate decision, and I'm kind of revamping every bar to make it fit me.
Exactly.
You might give me a cadence, like a rhyme pattern, like a dun dun dun, whatever, or you might even give me some words. But it's up to me as the artist to choose. So that's another level of the shit.
Because that thought that they give you might spark something else in you.
Right. So at that point, we're just collaborating. I don't look at that as ghostwriting.
Right.
So another level to the shit is a nigga bring you a hook, and then you write your verses. Now, clearly, with the Cardi B shit, with the Cardi B shit, she took Lauryn Hill's concept. Now, she revamped it and made it into something more today's time, and it was rap as well as her singing on the hook. But, like, when I first heard it, I assumed that she got assistance with the hook and formatting of the song to make it an actual good song. Like, I didn't give Cardi B the credit to have created that entire song by herself. We talked about, I said 60% chance she probably didn't make this fucking song, right? So that's what I'm saying. It's levels to the writing shit. So initially I thought that's what it was, the one that I just explained, but it seems like the whole song is from somebody else. And then they had a team of songwriters come in, and then, oh, well, we should get the Lauryn Hill shit, right? Because on that video, did they play the hook? Well, let's fucking
they just played the verse. Like,
right.
So I'm trying to find this shit.
So niggas just came with a concept. It could be very likely that back in the day, her and this guy were just, in a studio.
He helped write the Bodak Yellow.
Right. So somebody else commented on a Cardi B video that we posted and said the same guy that, this is before the shit even came out. I'm talking about within maybe hours, because we posted the day the song dropped. Right. People were commenting. And before the actual shit came out with the video of the guy singing the song, somebody said, man, I'm wondering if this shit was the guy that helps her with all her stuff. She's been working with him for years. He's credited on every single song. And it so happened that it came out and it was him. So I'm thinking, okay, me and you homies, right, Diesel?
Right.
We not on yet. We like how we are right now.
Right.
And shit about to get serious. So we constantly working. Shit do get serious. We constantly working. If you my writing buddy and that's what we do, we create together, you wrote that for me. Now, yes, that's ghostwriting, but we don't know if Cardi B was a part of the writing process either. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many different elements to this.
But it's just on the artist level, we get that. But the general public and the media, the fact that Cardi B is championed as #1, and in the midst of all this, she ain't been giving this dude no light as far as like saying like, this is my safari.
I'm more than sure he getting his check.
Of course, he's
exactly.
Getting a check.
So what's the recognition if the paperwork right?
But that's what I'm saying. That's just
he ain't tripping.
He ain't.
But the people not either.
But the fact that if you're him, And it's just like, bro, like, what are you doing, bro? If she paid you,
She
if
might
Atlantic,
be getting a stupid bag.
if Atlantic paid you for this record, why the fuck is it still in your Instagram, bro? Like, what are you really trying to do? And then it came out.
But that could all be a plot too.
That's what I'm saying. But it's like you plotting against her in a sense.
You think though? That might be understood. Well, Cardi B don't really give a fuck, to be honest. She might be like, nigga, get your bag.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
She hasn't acknowledged it.
I mean, she came out.
She said something about people on Instagram hating or whatever. These people hating on my shit or whatever.
Well,
like
she shot a comment basically saying that me and him or whatever his name is both getting paid off of this. So why you so mad? Like,
so this is what I think. This is what I think. I feel like in the pop world, that's been going on for years, right? People coming in, you get straight songs from the producer. Usually the producer bring the whole fucking song.
Right.
So to me, Cardi B is a pop artist because she's a pop star, period. And when it comes down to it, it's like, that's like that old legend in rap. Like, you got to write all your music. I agree. I'm a rapper, so I feel like that, and I feel that at heart. But it's kind of almost as extinct as the sound of music where niggas was penning everything. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, duh, at this point to me.
It is. It is. I feel like it'll only really fuck her up if she was out here yelling like, I'm the best female rapper.
And she not. She don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
She's straight entertainer.
She's straight getting a bag.
That's why the difference.
She's taking advantage of her time.
The difference between her and Drake is Drake was saying, I'm the best ever.
Right. He was coming out like, I'm the best rapper in the world. I'm number one. I'm better than everybody.
And niggas was mad like, fuck, we can't beat this
like,
nigga.
We trusted you, nigga. See, so for Drake, that was heartbreaking. Even for hip-hop, because a lot of people went through the similar phase that I went through with Drake, where they was like not sold on a nigga for real, and then eventually he won him over because he was consistent, and then to find out at the end, this nigga ain't even right. But it don't surprise me though, because when Drake switched to that real R&B shit, he disconnected from the rap to me. And whenever you do that, that's like, well, you aiming for something different now. You're not aiming for rap no more. And at that point, we know R&B, pop, all these other genres, they have writers.
Right.
But low-key, bitch had like 18 people on the credit still.
Bro, what? They had a motherfucking classroom.
I mean, this bitch like, do I know that one? Never heard that one. This is a different name here. This is not even first or last name. What the fuck is this? Like, I'm in that bitch trying to figure out who is who. But Lauryn Hill's also credited on it. So that could be all the writers that contributed to the hook that Lauryn Hill created too. So it's so many levels to this shit. But fact of the matter is, like you said, is it okay? Yes, I think for Cardi it's alright.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I feel like everybody know Cardi B just being an entertainer, her personality and all that. So rapping is just like, damn, run it up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
get the bag.
We all looking at it like she gonna be here after music. She's still gonna be here. She got enough personality.
Yeah, she could do a many things. Like I've been saying, she could have a night show shit, the modern day Ricky Lake.
Right. Whatever
the fuck she want to do, she could go into comedy. She could go into just doing ads and advertisement and being the face of all these brands like she did with the Amazon shit. That shit was dope. She has so many opportunities to go get the bag. The rap shit is the least of the worries, and that's proven. Nigga, she put out one other song since Bodak Yellow.
Right.
One.
Right.
And that bitch wasn't all the way amazing.
Let me kill this nigga. Where you
he outside.
I know. I want to hit him with the thing.
No,
please let me just kill this bitch.
I hope he sting you, bitch. I wish I could show you. It's a beat. He just flew on the windshield.
Like he got that venom in it, dog.
Hey,
look
baby.
Look at that nigga.
Hey, baby.
All right, so my question.
Wait. I kind of want to see the video. I'm sorry.
Word. So shout out to Pet T Blog. She's like the female academics.
Okay. Put on the thing.
Well, never mind. Apparently, an artist named Cardi posted the following clip last year. And now this.
Is that the only part?
Well, it seems as though she didn't.
It's the only part that's out.
But instead paid.
But that's word. That's word for word.
For that part though, man, that could be. To be fair, that part of the song did sound like there was a before and after that would have been attributed to the completion of that snippet.
Right.
So I'm sure the rest of the verse probably came from that same direction. But that's just a certain direction. And it's Cardi B. Like, I don't expect that. Like, a lot of people were upset with us in the comments saying that Cardi B is number one. And she is number one. But that's just an entertainment. That's not the best rapper in the world. Right. There are a lot of Nicki fans that are like, Cardi ain't shit. She ain't gonna have longevity. She hasn't done anything to prove it.
Yet.
I mean, all that's fine and dandy. But everything that Cardi B has done since she dropped Bodak Yellow has been exponential. It's been growth.
For me,
it's been
I look at this shit like power rankings. Like, that shit. Or like how we look at the Billboard charts. That's how this ranking shit is with the artists. Like, one week Cardi B can be number one. Next week, Nicki
She could
can
be right, and it's so
You know what I'm
fast
saying?
now. Like number one, that's why I was saying to you last time. Forever is a term that's not really. It doesn't apply to everyday shit no more. Cause
It do if you can maintain that shit.
if you can, but who can? We know the greats. We know that. We know the greats.
The modern greats have we
Right.
have. You
So
know
we
what I'm
know the greats, but I just feel like if we're comparing to forever to back then, there were way more songs that were forever than artists. Like it is right now too.
saying? All right. So in the I mean, this is a whole other topic, but
Go ahead, just shoot it.
in the last 10 years,
Yep. What artists are forever?
what songs do we have
Oh,
that are
that's
forever?
too much. Yeah, we can't do that. That's
Or
weird.
hip hop songs?
I don't know. We'd have to look at actual releases and shit. What are we in 2018? So 2008. I graduate. I can't think about what.
You know what I'm saying? So
came
I
out.
mean, so
But from an artist perspective though, because that's really what people are saying. Like Cardi B cannot stand the test of times against Nicki because Nicki's been around for so long.
this is still Cardi B's rookie year.
Right. So we are jumping the gun with saying, but the thing about us or me even feeling like Cardi B is forever, it's not just music. It's so many other things.
Right, and even on music, like if we comparing her to, let's say,
Nicki Minaj.
no, we beat that with a dead horse. Let's say this:
What you mean?
Bodak Yellow versus Designer's Panda, right? Same type of momentum. She
Both had the one-hit wonder momentum.
and she passed that
Exactly. So
that's
in
why it's like
2018, Cardi B is getting her 15 minutes, but it's going longer because in 2018, 15 minutes and 15 seconds.
I
She
feel
got
like-
more than seconds. She got minutes now.
I feel like they looking at Cardi B like, damn, you low key here to stay.
To stay. Like, we don't know what you're going to do next,
what I
but
mean?
we know you're going to come with something and people going to love it.
So that's why I feel like she's low key.
Forever.
She's a forever personality. Music is still yet to see. She got to get another one that if she get another one
Uh-huh.
to chart like Bodak Yellow,
It's over.
it's really over.
Because that's a whole nother bag. That's longevity. That's more advertisement. That's more, like, so many other things that she can branch out into.
She's already performed at the Grammys on her rookie year, bro.
Yeah, she killing it. Well, let's
Feel
just say
me?
this. She's having a great start. An awesome start. And I think she's going to be here for a little bit. The writing thing, I'm not bothered by it. And I'm a female rap artist. But the reason I'm not bothered by it is because I don't even look at Cardi B as competition on a level of rapping. Because that's not really what she's focused on.
And the fact that hip hop it's not even about rap no more.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying?
And
This shit is,
that's
it's
why
pop.
I'm saying. That's why I'm saying this whole thing that we're concerned with in this big hoopla about the writer, it's kind of irrelevant. It's like all the people that love a certain kind of music that's not even relevant anymore that has an issue with that. But it's what makes you credible. It's kind of like if you can write and rap, like you dope as fuck. You respect it automatically. But it's so many people that's not doing that. Or people are choosing to make music that doesn't require as much of a skill as a writer so that they can get on, which is reflected in the music. The
Okay,
music
so-
doesn't have a strong format of the pen anymore. It's more about freestyling.
Think about it like this too. We're writing for artists right now.
Yep.
Right? Let's say those records we wrote for these artists, this artist take the fuck off and he got a couple Bodak Yellows.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Let's say that's the industry standard now. Does that piss you off a little bit to where it's like you won't get on if you're only penning your shit?
I mean, but that's kind of what it is. And that's just like you told me. You could get with the times or you could fall behind. That's what it is. Like that what you just said.
I mean, it is, but it's not all the way like that. 'Cause
Nigga, it's like that.
I know a lot of motherfuckers who still doing their shit.
It's a lot of motherfuckers that's not penning. And if they are, they're not penning. They're freestyling. Most artists, they go in that booth.
That's still their idea though.
But still, it's different though.
I'm looking at when I think of ghostwriter, I'm thinking like
Nigga bring you a whole song.
You pull up, nigga, you karaoke that bitch.
Right.
That's ghostwriting.
That's why I said there's levels to it, because there is an aspect of it that is just that, where you.
So I'm just saying, what if it's just that? It's just niggas just karaoke.
Oh, I don't think that will ever really be possible, to be honest.
Shit.
I don't think it would be possible. Not 100%, not across the board. If it were the standard, then that's one thing. But then it goes back to a more skilled writer creating the songs. If that's the case, they're going to have skilled writers that still want to be artists. Most writers were artists and they gave it up, or they are artists at the same time. So I don't think it's possible for that to ever just fade 100% and the new standard be that, because most of the writers are artists. And if they can write that good, you might as well be the artist. That would be all the writers having to make a decision are together to say, I don't want to be an artist anymore. And that's not going to happen.
I mean, Quad kept they signing personalities. They're signing niggas with the.
They are signing. That's why I said the industry has already switched to that.
You can be a fire ass writer, but if you only got 10K followers, niggas ain't. They like, nigga, fuck that.
That's
nigga.
Just like they bringing in producers, and you know what I'm saying. It's all the same. It's just, to me, it's a larger demand for an old craft. Ghostwriters have been around since the beginning of time in every genre of music. Since rap is less structural, like it used to be, it's more loose. It's more a sound of this genre and that. It's so many different things in one. Everybody that's a pop star now is a rapper, etc., etc. It's so many things fused. You would expect for it to move away from the traditional pen and the traditional sound. The traditional sound of rap is gone. We have something totally different right now. And it supports the sound of the music. It doesn't sound as structured. Back in the day, people were rapping faster because they were writing it, and it was like they was having a competition with the beat and trying to do this, that. All that shit's not important no more. So the music has strayed away from that process.
I mean, that Cardi B song we're talking about is structured. And
but as far as the ability to, like, when I think rap, I think about the sport. I think of, and I'm not saying just being successful. I'm thinking about how good you can rap compared to the other person, which is not really relevant anymore in today's time about who's the best rapper. Like, nobody really gives a fuck about
People care about that.
No, but overall, you've said this a million times yourself. It's not a competition. I know you can rap better than me, nigga. Who can make the better song?
Right, that's artist to artist.
No, but that's in general though. Like in the industry, they want the better song. Like you just said, they signing personalities. They don't care about music anymore.
Yeah, but niggas still care about.
I care about it 100%. But when it comes down to the consumers who's gonna make decisions, that's not their concern. When it comes down to the labels that's putting out the budget, that's not their concern.
But I mean, the consumer never really cared about who was the better rapper.
No, they did.
You feel like niggas was just buying it because I'm buying your shit because you're a better rapper than him?
Yeah, because back in the day, it was understood that all rappers were penning their own shit.
But all the top rappers who had the best pen wasn't selling all the records.
What you mean?
Niggas with the best pen was never selling all the records. Rakim was never the best rapper in selling all the records. And niggas suck Rakim's dick. KRS-One.
Are you sure that Rakim's numbers weren't up there?
KRS-One, it's known fact that he was never like selling buku records.
Really? I feel like them niggas had numbers on the charts.
Fuck no, Rakim was just.
Well, I don't know. I feel like you dumbing it down. I feel like that's some.
No, I'm just saying, like in that era, it was Rakim, LL Cool J. LL Cool J was selling big records.
But nigga, I don't know. I think you just kind of coming from like a.
We're talking about best rappers.
I think you may be coming from a more West Coast perspective.
Rakim is East Coast.
I'm sorry, but I think you're coming from a West Coast perspective.
No, I'm coming from a person who loved music perspective.
No, for you to say that Rakim wasn't selling records, you'd have to show stats to prove that.
I've seen it. That's what I'm telling you. I've watched so much shit. I've seen so much shit. He was never out here going like selling buku records like that.
I feel like Eric B and Rakim was the biggest shit when they was out, and they had sales to match. I'm talking
about that's. I don't know if they wouldn't.
But that's what you're saying. You're saying
they wasn't sales wise. They were never like Rakim as a solo artist. He was never doing that.
No, it was Eric B and Rakim. It wasn't a solo.
Rakim had a solo career.
He put out solo songs, but it was just like the Outkast shit that we talked about. Them niggas was a group. Eric B and Rakim was one unit. When they were successful in selling albums, like what you're saying that they weren't doing,
niggas from Nas to Jay-Z to all these niggas was like Rakim. They was never saying the group. They were saying when Rakim was solo, that's who the nigga they were fucking with.
Because Rakim was the rapper. Eric B produced. He wasn't a rapper. But they were together though. Everything that they put out, every album that's been out is Eric B and Rakim. Everything.
All right, but if you're
so that makes them together. That's like Salt and Pepper with the DJ. It's all the same. It's one thing attributed to that. But you're saying Rakim as a solo artist never did anything, and I'm telling you.
I'm not saying he never sold records, but he wasn't like selling buku records.
Yeah, I'd have to see stats because I don't believe that. Like I don't like you telling me that. Like I hear you, but that doesn't even register in my brain. Like I know them niggas did numbers. Eric B and Rakim when they was out. I mean, we should look it up because we sitting there talking about this shit like it's.
I'm talking about. So if we're talking about as far as you saying, you basically said the niggas who were. It was a time to where the niggas who had the best pen was selling the most. I'm like,
well,
nah.
No, it's not about the niggas that had the best pen selling the most. It's about the niggas that was out at any point in time. They were penning their shit.
Okay, we know that, but what we're talking about, we're talking about being the top in the game.
So whoever it was, whether it was the top or the bottom, everybody was penning. We're in an age where not everybody's penning.
Not everybody was penning.
But from what we know, that's what it was. It wasn't acceptable to have ghostwriters.
Rakim used to write for Will Smith.
Right.
Right.
So
Will Smith was selling records.
And that goes to show you the nigga that was the best rapper was.
But it goes to show what I'm saying too. Like,
no,
yeah,
he chose as a person not to make a Will Smith type of song, but that doesn't mean as the best rapper alive or whatever he was in people's minds at that time, he couldn't go pin a #1 hit record. In this day and age, the person that's
so
a
you
personality.
you feel like he chose not to write a #1 hit record?
I mean, I feel like he chose to not do getting jiggy with it like Will Smith versus doing what he was doing with Eric B and Rakim.
He didn't write Get Jiggy with it. He wrote
whatever
Summertime.
he wrote.
He wrote Summertime.
I'm not. Obviously, I don't know. You're the one that just gave me that information. I'm just giving you an example of a song that was out, what it sounded like versus what Rakim's music sounded like. Maybe Rakim didn't want to put out that kind of music, period. But he still was obviously known and respected for being a very good rapper, writing top chart songs if he wrote Will Smith shit. And I'm feeling like Rakim, they had songs that was chart topping back then. It might not have been #1 because rap was not #1 in the like on the billboards back then. It took a lot for a rap song to even be in the top 20, nigga. It was hard. Like back when NWA and all that, it was amazing when them niggas shot up the charts and did what they did because rap was not a genre that was up there like that. So I don't know. I just feel like in today's time, like just to go back to the original thought with Cardi B, nah, it don't fucking matter because Cardi B's not focused on being the biggest rapper alive or the greatest rapper alive, and also neither is the industry. The sound of rap is not even what it used to sound like when most niggas that were at the top were penning their own shit. It just don't sound like that no more. It sounds like it's a lot less effort in relation to the penning game, not into the hit making game, but into the penning game. Like niggas not even really, they just literally going in and freestyling. That's different than writing a song.
Man, percentage of that is, but this niggas out there that's really putting in. You got Jonah Lucas, you got Logic, you got Kendrick, you got J. Cole, you got Big Crit, you got a slew of niggas just up in there putting in effort with this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That are selling buku records.
But I also feel like a lot of them niggas is getting help on the hits.
We don't know that.
We don't know that, but if ever we look at the credits, we're gonna see multiple writers. That's always happened. Like you don't see any song in 2018 without multiple writers on the credits. And it's been that way for a while. Back when Jay-Z was making his hits, these niggas had writers. It's not like nigga was penning the whole shit, and that's why I'm saying it's levels to the ghostwriting. Now if a nigga come in and bring you a straight karaoke, then yeah, that's one thing. And do we not respect that? If you're claiming that shit,
I mean, that's ghostwriting to me. The getting opinions and all that, that's not ghostwriting to me, per se.
yeah, but it's a lot of people that feel like you should be the only person to make decisions about your music. From a consumer standpoint, like, well, I can't respect it because it ain't just them. Like, it ain't just him making that.
But that's why they're consumers and not artists.
Bingo. And that's why they're not the ones making the songs, exactly.
You know
So,
what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of
think
the
it's
day,
just a time that right now the consumers are coming in, like, they're tapping into the reality of the music industry.
I just feel like social media made the consumer opinion matter a little bit more than
Definitely.
it should when it comes to the creation,
Definitely.
the creating process.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
But I still don't know if I accept the fact that, like, that can't be the standard though. Like, I'm not cool with just karaoke and like shit. Like, that can't be the new standard again.
But that's what I was saying. If that becomes it, you said you're not cool with it.
But I don't think it can. That's what I was saying. Like, I don't think that's even possible because all of the songwriters will have to make a decision to not be artists anymore. There'll be so many people still pursuing that route of being an artist from a songwriter aspect. That's how most artists get on, from writing. They write. Their records get shopped. People learn what they wrote, and then they're like, what the fuck, you an artist? Let me hear your shit. Let's do this. Let's collaborate. Then they get a song. Then they get a deal.
I mean,
That's how most people start. That's how Frank Ocean started. That's how SZA
honestly
got in.
depends where you at. Because, I mean, my boy Price Tag from Audio Push, they had their whole little run. Now he's writing for the Bad Barbie shit. You know what I'm saying?
And a lot of artists also realize that I can go in this shit as an artist, but I'm going to get in way more doors as a songwriter.
So that's what I'm saying. It depends. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same, though, because if you don't have success as an artist, then you're not going to not want to make money. You still got connections. So it's like, it's not like you chose to do that, but a lot of artists will never get on because there's very few people that really actually achieve success in the music industry.
and a lot of niggas might not want to play the game.
That too. A lot of people, once they learn how that shit really works, which is what we're talking about, which is what everybody's learning about right now through this Cardi B shit and even through the Drake shit, they learned it. That's the game. That's what it is. It's entertainment. People forget it's just like turning on a television screen. I need to watch something that's going to entertain me. A lot of times the introvert that can create is not the one that's going to go on stage and perform that shit. And if they are both, then we have an Amy Winehouse. Then we have, you know what I'm saying? We have these amazing artists that are forever, like Kendrick. And all of these people that we listed. But usually it takes him, her, shim, them.
Shim?
Whoever. I'm just saying.
What is a shim? That's like a tranny writer?
Whatever,
The
I guess.
fuck?
I'm just saying. It takes a fucking village, nigga. You see how many? It's a village, nigga. It's a whole administrative staff on them fucking credits. Like, nigga, there's more people that wrote than did everything else behind the scenes with that bitch. The Cardi B record.
But yeah, what y'all think, man? Y'all want the whole industry to just?
Are y'all mad that Cardi B stole somebody's song and put it out? Like, and it is crazy.
But she ain't steal it. I ain't gonna disrespect her,
nigga. He's so
nigga.
retarded.
She didn't steal it. She motherfucking. She bought it. She
I
bought
know.
the record.
I mean, she just working for the bag. Period. Point blank. Like, but I feel like people pissed about this shit. I'm not surprised. Like, I didn't expect much more. Like, when I think about Cardi B, no disrespect, she cool, but when it comes down to rapping, that's not even. You know what I'm saying?
To break it down in layman's terms for y'all niggas, she seen something she wanted and she bought it.
I don't know. But I do feel like it was collaborative. I feel like her and this nigga obviously have worked together on multiple occasions. So it's like.
I mean, shit.
But she might have sold her soul too, though. Cause Cardi been. Cause listen, let me.
Nigga, we going that deep?
No, let me explain why. I'm not saying like that. I don't know what the fuck you thinking. But Cardi B came out as a rapper. Like, she said it. Like, even before Love and Hip Hop, she been trying to rap. So when I say sold her soul, if she been penning her whole shit and she ain't get on, she ain't get no hits. Now she finally got attention and she learned she got to get writers. That's kind of like, well, I guess whatever, fuck it. I'm just going here and perform. But she came from the passionate writer aspect, or the passionate rapper aspect. She been rapping since before Love and Hip Hop. So should we feel fucked up about the fact that she got a writer? Because then that's like, even though she not vocalizing that she wanted to be successful as an artist in her own career. I mean, we see that's what it came from. You've been doing the same thing. You finally got on. And did you get on by giving up your pen?
Well, I mean, I don't feel fucked up about it. It is what it is. I would only be kind of like whatever about it if she was out here yelling like she's the best rapper. And then, you know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. She's been quiet about it. She's never gave her opinion about if she was the greatest rapper in the world or if she was just an entertainer. She's just like, I do me. I'm not even thinking about what people think about me. But coming from the perspective of always having pursued music, every artist starts out creating their own music. Nobody starts out like, oh, I just want to go up there and just have somebody create for me. People do it because they have passion about it and they want to tell their story. So if that's where you came from with it, eventually you had to sell your soul and just get with the fucking money bag. And
you gotta get a hit, nigga. If you want to compete,
so should we be mad then?
I'm not mad at all.
But you say you not mad because you feel like she don't claim greatest rapper, like she don't care about that.
Because she's not out here yelling that shit. Like if she was perpetrating a fraud and like, yeah, I'm writing all this shit. Like that. I'm writing all this shit. Then it's just
but that's the thing. She's saying less. That's like pleading the fifth. Like, nigga, I'm guilty,
that's
but
what I'm saying. If
I ain't about to say shit to incriminate myself.
I mean, I respect her pimping it.
Oh, okay. You respect the game.
You know what I'm saying? If she was out here yelling like, nigga, I'm this and this and that, I'm penning this and this and this and that, and then come out and nigga, all three of your records you just dropped coming off this album is something you didn't even write, then I don't respect it. But you know what I'm saying? I respect your pimping if that's what it is.
I don't know. I mean, I know how I feel. I'm not mad at Cardi B because I recognize the star in Cardi B more than this music shit. I never listened to her music and said, oh my gosh, she's gonna be the biggest thing in the world because she's so great at making music. I never felt like that about Cardi B, so I'm not mad that her number one or her single that she releases before her album drops is a song that she didn't fucking write. Like, no brainer. Like, that to me is what I expected. But then, like I said, we in this shit, so we know how it works.
And at the end of the day, everybody's human in this motherfucker. A lot of these motherfuckers who are at the top for that long is not writing all that shit, dog.
And I feel like, but I'm gonna go back to my point. I feel like it's a lot of niggas that's up there, like the Kendricks and all of this shit, that has actual ghostwriters that's not having their names revealed in credits because it's not okay, because they are claiming best rapper alive shit. I'm just not seeing a one-man band in none of this music shit. Like, I've never seen it. Even with Jay, like I said, back in the day, he had the nigga Malik Yusuf writing this shit. Or collaborating with him writing, whatever he was doing. So, I don't know. I just feel like it's a big old facade. Like, the music industry is portrayed one way because it's entertainment and they got to make money off of it. But behind the scenes, it's something totally different. And in 2018, the consumers are starting to understand that. Should they have an opinion? Like you said, I guess they can. Fuck. They do what they want, right? It's like whatever you choose to listen to, that's what you like to listen to. But never act like a song is not good because somebody didn't write it themselves.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only problem I have with it.
Right.
It's just like, nigga.
Like niggas be fronting like that shit whack because she didn't write it. That's like the nigga was on the radio was like, that shit stupid because she sound unintelligent.
Like, what the fuck is you talking about?
Nigga, you don't like the song because she said Texas instead of text? Like,
come on, man.
Okay, it's still a great song. What the fuck are you talking about?
Right. Like, come on, man.
So that's the thing. Like, as a consumer, I guess that's the message that we're sending out. don't deny the greatness in the song or the music just because you have a personal issue with the person not writing it. But from a rap standpoint, it's kind of like you gotta write. I don't know.
Just have a full fucking reason why you don't like it. Be able to explain why you don't like the shit. And make that shit.
Right. Don't be in the back of the car bopping your head with your head down because you like it, but then like, man, that shit whack because she ain't write it.
Right. And before you blurt that shit out, make sure it makes sense to you before you say that shit. For real.
Word. Well, I mean, how y'all feel about this whole Cardi B shit? Y'all leave us some notes in the comments. Yeah.
It's your boy Diesel.
It's J Jewels. Y'all get at us, man.
Get it.
Eat, bitch.